Hi, grade 5 teachers. Welcome to our second topic in theme 4, where we are going to be finalizing multiplication and division with whole numbers. This video is just going to go over this first part of this topic, which is all multiplication with whole numbers, and finalizing that for this year. So just a couple of things. Definitely thinking about using some data from theme 1. Use some data from that volume unit where we talked about how you could analyze student multiplication strategies, and really thinking about what strategies are students the most successful using, where are they the most efficient and the most effective, is really going to help you with some information kind of jumping in to this topic and kind of seeing what strategies you're really going to stress with your students. This is going to vary from class to class. Some of your students are going to stay in area model, and that's fine. Some might stay in partial products, and that's fine. And some may transition into the standard algorithm. Really thinking that the goal of this standard is to have students understand how their strategy relates to the standard algorithm. So while they might not be solving using the standard algorithm, they should be able to look at a standard algorithm and understand how it relates to their model. Is kind of going to be our goal here. So really, basis on student readiness, basis on your classroom, and there are some notes, additional notes here. For example, during this compacted curriculum, all of our factors are going to have 3 or lesser digits, just something to keep in mind. We do have these NVT CRA mats if you want to look closer at array models, area models, and partial products. And these progression videos from Graham Fletcher are a really great opportunity and really can help you hone in on some of those misconceptions or prerequisite skills as we're helping our students finalize that understanding of multiplication. We do have some 3-act tasks that you can use here. There's also some hybrid learning activities and some different slides and work that students can do. So let's dive into these 3 multiplication essential tasks. They're all recommended for 1 to 2 days. Once again, it's really going to depend on student readiness, how quickly these go. So looking at this first essential task 71, students are going to start by comparing an area model or Daniel's work to Gwen's work. And how does that area model relate to partial products? What are those similarities? What are those differences? How are those partial products represented in each? How are those quotients represented in each? And really point out to them that color coding if they don't notice that or if they're stuck or having problems. There is a Learn Zillion video here that students or that you could show to students if needed to kind of help with that conversation. We're then going to go into a would you rather. This is where students are really going to think about what option would they choose. And we want them to justify their thinking with words and numbers. So they can use any of these apps. They could take a picture of place value blocks or place value discs or paper or their dry erase board, or they could utilize, I just wanted to show this really quickly, this whiteboard math app if you have not used it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Jamboard in the sense that this is a little easier to write on or draw on than Google Slides is. So you could use your little marker. So let's say we're doing 13 times 15. I could use my finger and I could build my model however I wanted to, or I could make my area model if I needed to, and kind of show my work. That way, we could also use this to type in here, and I could type my equations, answers, partial products, etc. We can share this using this link. I could share the image, or I could do a screenshot, similar to how our other math apps work. You can also have the problem set up in here already. Anyways, that's just a quick, easy way to get students to show their thinking electronically. We also have these blank strategy slides. So if you have students that still need an area model started for them, go ahead and take that from that blank strategy slide and put it in that slide for those students that need it. You'll notice here that these students are going to be comparing their work to a standard algorithm. If this isn't appropriate for your students, go ahead and delete it. If it is appropriate for your students, keep that there, and I can take that area model that my students make, plop it in here, and I can use these tools to kind of highlight some similarities that I might see based on that area model. Just a note, when you put an image in, it'll probably go in front of these. So you might either need to take that image, and you may need to order, send back, or you might need to take these, highlight, you're going to do order, send forward, or send to the front, whatever works for you. So you're really highlighting those strategies. If connecting to the standard algorithm is not appropriate at this time, feel free to just put in a picture of a partial product and make those connections as needed. So that's the first would you rather. This is the second. And then once again, don't forget to go back to that justification. So which one and why. If you did use the standard algorithm and make those connections, this Listen and Learn will be appropriate for you. So there's different links here for Ready Common Core. Some are going to be more appropriate than others for your students, just depending on where they are in their learning of multiplication. And then utilizing problems in that book that they did not utilize before. So that's going to vary from class to class, which is why there's such a wide range of pages. And then we also have some practice here for you. Essential task 72 is our next essential task. And once again, we're going to continue with that understanding of multiplication. Now we have a 3x2 digit problem. We're once again going to be making that connection between our area model or partial products to the standard algorithm, and we're going to make those connections and really thinking about how is your strategy similar, how are they different, what strategy is the most efficient and effective for us, which is going to be different from student to student, and that's okay. Same thing for the next try it out. Once again, we have the same practice options for those Ready Common Core videos, the book, and then some additional practice slides. So pick what's appropriate and what best fits your students' needs. Last but not least, we have Essential Task 73. You'll notice this first try it out problem. Something has been spilled on the math problem below, covering some digits. What is covered, so they can double click on these clouds to type in whatever digit that may be. Just a note that the regrouping is not shown here, and that is purposeful. Students kind of need to think through that on their own. So either having students solve using the standard algorithm to fill in these blanks, or maybe they're using an area model or partial quotient or partial products, excuse me, they still should be able to find these missing parts. They should be able to find this missing digit in this factor, and they should be able to find the digits in this partial product and in the final product. So once again, kind of thinking about similarities and differences. If they used a different strategy than the standard algorithm, how does that relate to the standard algorithm? Same thing for practice down here with the videos, the book, and some extra practice slides. So that is the very first part of this topic. And I hope it goes well for you, and we will come back together and talk division next. Thanks for watching.